It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. And it comes your way next.
On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go in Glendale. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Zach Bond with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's 2nd and 7. Has a man, that's Greg Dortch. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Finds the in route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down carry for Connor. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Murray. That's complete to Wilson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Murray to throw here on third. That's caught for the first. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Matt Prater for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, Britton Covey. This return makes it up to the 25. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs, but Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
They send him left out of the slot. First down throwing for Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face second down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Hurts now from the gun. That pass complete to Goddard. And he gets this forward to the 19. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. It's the Eagles, looking at 4th and maybe an inch or two. On 4th down, Hurts. Throw is caught by the back. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this one's incomplete, too low as it skips off the ground. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now Kyler. Gets the feet in, that's a catch. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Blitz coming here, Brock. It's Murray. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So on 4th down now, Blake Gillikin gets the call to punt it away for the Cardinals. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And at 45 seconds left, the clock isn't exactly their friend, Brock, but still enough time to put a quick drive together. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Barkley's got it. And this one doesn't go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
2nd and 8. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing here, Hurts. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Covey now to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Juke the defender. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Option play, they give it to Barkley. Broke through the tackle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
On 1st down, Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dadrian Taylor-Demerson getting there for the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A 49-yarder in front of him here. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. DJ Dallas now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out head the Cardinals now on offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Murray. He's on the move. Steps up, and he's running with it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Oh, he's going for it again. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Connor on the inside give. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Kyler throwing here. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Connor here from the gun. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. This time it's a passing play. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Looking to throw. And he's going to score. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals take a 4th quarter lead. Trey McBride, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals take a 4-point lead. Now Prater on to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Eagles and this running back headed back out for a new series. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. This finds Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Escapes the pocket. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Eagles needing 4 points. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. He's on the move. Took off with it again. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw it. Escape. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every sack, every stop has just been like another nail in the coffin. And now, well, now there's only one spot for a nail left. This is their last chance. And that defense, well, they've got this crew on the edge of the cliff. Now can they go finish when it matters the most?
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And they'll hold him up after a short carry to the 44. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second down now, 7 to go. Right back to Connor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Here's Connor on the option. And he's got this down to the 40. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Matt Prater on now as we see how he handles this moment. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Got all of it, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Now Prater on to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Here he is to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. One final shot here. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. So the Cardinals pick up the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewer, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.